Good morning everybody. As we know that I am here today to give a small talk of 10 minutes on some topic that is given by the committee, and before I go ahead delivering my topic, I would like to introduce myself first. I am CA Jimil Shah. By graduation I am a software engineer. By profession I am a chartered accountant, and I am also the faculty of IT and ISCA at CIPCC in final level at our institute, Ahmedabad branch of WIRC of ICAI, as well as some institutes, recognized institutes. Today the topic I have chosen for my talk is system and system development life cycle. So before I go for SDLC discussion, I would like to first of all make you some things clear regarding the system, what is all about the system, because after getting the meaning of system we will be able to switch over very much comfortably on SDLC, that is system development life cycle. Basically the system, if I talk about the system, then system is a set of interrelated components that work together to achieve some common goal. Okay. So if I want to give some examples of system, then it may include like a human body, it may be a computer system, it may be a business also, organization also. So all these systems are having some goal. Let's say for example, if I talk about human body, then if I exactly map our definition of system with the human body, our definition was it's a set of interrelated components that work together to achieve some common goal, right. So if I talk about human body, then we have got different components of our body, different organs of our body, right, our hands, legs, eyes, ears, nose, and all these components are working together to achieve a common goal, that is living. Fine. So that's how we can exemplify the human body. Second thing, if I talk about computer system, then we have got different components of computers, right, that is CPU, it may be a keyboard, it may be the processor and all those things, and the achievement, the common goal to be achieved is to run the computer system, right. And the same way if I talk about a business, then there are again a different components and different departments, different functional departments that we know, and they are working together to achieve a common goal of running a company, running a business, running an organization. So here I am going to discuss about some of the points about the system development life cycle. That means how the system is getting developed phase by phase. Okay. So we are going to understand the life cycle of a system right from beginning, where it is projected, where it is thought of, to the end where it is being maintained. Okay. तो ये पूरा जो है सिनारियो हम देखने वाले हैं. I would like to first of all give you some thoughts about which are the different phases. SDLC को कैसे डिवाइड किया जाता है डिफरेंट फेजेस में, उसके ऊपर पहले डिस्कशन करेंगे. सी फ्रेंड्स, if you divide the whole system development into different phases, then first of all it starts with system proposal, right. System proposal, let me give you the first of all the whole list. After system proposal we used to go for requirement analysis study. After that we have got system designing, then we have got system development, then we have got system testing, then we have got system implementation, and then we have got system maintenance, right. So these all are the system development life cycle methodology. इस तरीके से फेज बाय फेज में पूरा सिस्टम जो है वो डेवलप होता है, right. So if you start with the first one, then the first one is the system proposal. Okay, let us say why do we need the system, which are the cost benefit considerations, right, whether the new system is feasible or not, all these points that we discuss in the first step. Now if I talk about feasibility study, then we know that we have got different criteria to see whether that system is economically feasible or not, financially feasible or not, operationally feasible or not, technically feasible or not, behaviorally feasible or not. So we have to see all these criteria when we are into the first stage, whether the system that is proposed, can we go ahead in that further development or not. Okay. Once we are getting sign off from the top management saying that yes, you go ahead, then we go to the second phase, and that is system requirement analysis. What we do in the second phase, once we are done that, yeah, we are going ahead developing a system, we used to gather the requirement from the users, right, asking different departments in different ways that yes sir, what do you want from your system, what do you expect, what do you want the system should do for you. And in such way there are different methods like interview techniques is there, questionnaire is there, and study the observation technique is there, and then you try to gather the requirement of the users who are going to use the system, right. After you have gathered the requirement, what you are going to do is, before, see, just before actually developing the system, we put the things on paper, right. The same way like the architect before actually constructing a building, he will have a small scale down model of the same on the paper, fine. Same way before actually developing a system, what we need is we need to have some things, some designing part of the whole system onto the paper, right. So, in the third phase we are going to have system designing, whereby we are going to have a designing of our inputs to be entered into the system, outputs that we are expecting from the system, even we design database at this stage, right. So, arrangement of tables, decision of primary key, secondary key, how the tables are going to be joined to have a data by firing a query on that. All these aspects are to be looked upon when we are into the system designing phase, right. Once system designing phase is over, we go to the programming, right. So, system development, there we used to give a design to the concerned developers who are going to develop the system, and as per the concerned configuration of the system designing, they will put the actual things, they will put the designing into the actual working. Okay. So, they ultimately they are the persons who develop the system, and if we talk about a software, then of course they are known as the programmers, fine. Now, after this development is being done, then after development what we do need to do is the testing, right. So, whether we have developed our system as per our requirement or not, whether they are whether the system is giving proper results or not, that we will come to know once we do the testing, fine. So, testing phase is again a very important phase, because as rigorous the testing is, the more reliable the system would be. So, testing is a very important criteria. In depth if we see, then we have got different kinds of testing, like unit testing is there, integration testing is there, all over system testing is there, and then ultimate user acceptance testing is there. So, there are different categories of testing that we can find in the system testing phase. Once the testing is done, then we know that the system is perfect, and then we go for implementing the system, fine. So, implementing means we are going live, we are going to put the equipments on toes, we are going to upload our database, we are going to put the users in queue, and we are going to operate the system as actually, means we are implementing the whole system into the organization, fine. So, that is how the system implementation goes. There are different many considerations that you have to see, because it is not that easy to implement the system at a single go. Sometimes it happens that you have got lots of resistance from the employees, you have got lots of technical issues, you have to do some data conversion process, you have to see different changeover process, how you are going to change over from old one to the new one. Okay. For that there are different approaches also. So, system implementation is a very crucial phase, because whatever you have expended so far, whatever you have done so far, you are going to see actually practically on your computer, in your computer system. So, system implementation is like the whole movie is prepared, and now it is getting telecasted in the cinema hall. Now, once you are implementing the system, now system is in place, it is working, hopefully it is working, and then what we used to do, we used to maintain it. Okay. See, once system is developed, it is not enough, you have to also see whether you are changing the system as per requirement every time, whether you are updating the system as per the new laws, regulations, bylaws and all those things. So, the last but not a least, a very important phase of system development would be the system maintenance, whereby we have again a programmers which are they are going to help us in maintaining our system, because simply development is not enough, we have to keep the system with the environment proper and with the other competitors. So, for that you are going to have some add-ons, some changing, some modification, some updation, that is going to be there in the system maintenance phase, fine. And again the maintenance phase continues till the moment we are going to use the system, and once, as we know, the life is there, it is going to end sometime. So, the software is going to take its time, and once when we think that now no more we can use this software, we are going to change over. Okay, and again the cycle starts, like the cycle of human birth and death starts. So, that is the basic idea about how the system works and which are the different phases or different stages of system development life cycle, right. Thanks a lot, thank you so much, thank you.